Praise the all. Oh, okay. It's not ready yet. Sometimes it does that on mine. It'll take forever to load.
Normally I get a message when
Whitney already hit me up. She's like, hey, we'll see what we're going to do this or not. I think their Sabbath ending pretty soon. Their Sabbath beginning at 6. Cool. Welcome. Welcome. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Praise the Almighty. And then you logging on right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, say shalom, so I know it's working.
See, it's on there.
Oh, it's on there? At least it has it where my chin's right there. So that's good. Alright, cool. We'll wait until maybe Couture jump on.
See, the delay is crazy.
So we're waiting for a couple more people, and let's jump out.
Yeah.
So I think if you not saying too much, but if you like put those encouragement, like, yeah, I appreciate that. And then bam, like there ain't even like, I don't, never mind, I forgot. Oh wait, because yeah. All right, cool. She's on. Welcome. I appreciate Couture trying to get on me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we do this thing. So we'll probably do some questions and answers. We'll go off the dome, so I might have to find scriptures with my phone, and we open up the scriptures as well, or I could just explain it, and then maybe give you guys some scriptures later on. But definitely thank the Almighty. Appreciate you, Brother Johnny. No more Johnny, Brother Johnny. Came into the Almighty side. We beat the odds. You know how they say, with trading and whatnot, 98% of the people fail at trading, or 98% people stop learning how to code or whatnot, or fail certain schools, but 99.99% of the people don't make it into the kingdom. A lot of people will name the name of Amashiach, but few people will make it into the kingdom. So this one guy said there'll be 3 surprises. Surprise you made it, surprise who didn't make it, and there was another surprise. Surprise you made it, and surprise who didn't make it in the kingdom. Oh, and surprise who did make it. Some of the people that you didn't think was going to make it, but end up repenting at the last minute and get into the kingdom. So, praise the Almighty. We want to give some stuff we do for all people that get baptized. First, we always give people an Amazon bag. Actually, I shouldn't even say the name because I don't advertise for them. They do their employees grinding. It's just, whenever you want to travel, it just gives you a sense of, you know what I'm saying? We'll give you this bag. You know what I'm saying? Just want to give you that bag. And then, I know you haven't seen one of these before.
This bag.
Little fringe shirt. And how we don't just do the ribbon of blue. You see that? That's called a border. Look, we put a border, then the ribbon of blue. Like, we come correct. See how the border match the color of the shirt? Come correct or don't come at all. You know how we do. So you might need that bag.
Yeah.
So I got the fringe shirt.
Thank you.
We got you another one. We got the whites that way. Mainly it's for the feast, but if you have your own whites, because we were white on the feast days. Yeah. So clean. You know what I'm saying? Clean cut, fringed up, brand new whites.
Thank you.
Then Bible. Brand new. Then there's no cheat tabs. There's no cheat tabs, so you ain't gonna be able to cheat. Or you got 2, maybe one in your car, one at the job or not. Okay. Bible case. Oh, this one looks like matches my backpack. This one actually gets down. We ain't giving this to you. I was just joking. Let's see. Whitney, you need to give me one of these. Let me see. Here's the backpack. That actually come kind of clean right there. Actually come kind of clean. You don't want this anyways. So Bible case. Thank you. And then, so you never forget where your home is. Belize and hot sauce. You know how we do. I gave this to some of my people. They said this gets down. There we go.
I love hot sauce. So I hope it's
from
hot.
Belize. You better Belize it. There you go.
I hope it's hot because I like
Yeah.
hot stuff.
Here we go. Product. Where does it say it's at? Here we go. Right. If you can focus in there. Belize, baby. So that way, whenever you're eating this food, you don't forget where your home is, because it's not in no Babylon.
Good. She be blowing it up. I love hot stuff, so I hope this is hot.
They're alright. Those are more of the mild ones. Actually, that one says. So, praise God. Anything you want to say to the people that's watching and trying to make it into the kingdom? They may not be on right now, but they may watch later. So, there's some people Sabbath ends already.
Strive. It's a hard fight. It took me a while to make the right choice, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Praise the Almighty. So you guys can put some questions up there. We're gonna talk about something he's seen. Spirit packs of new members. Now that's a flock to flock out. So spirit packs. So he gets into trouble on this Facebook page. Go ahead, tell me. He always gets into these weird stuff on Facebook. Well, so what happened? What happened where there's a group?
So it's an Israelite group I'm in, and where you meet and greet with other Israelites, and one guy in there, he had a comment in there. He gave his name, where he from, and then he was like, "I prefer polygamy," and I'm like, "Why? Like, don't just say you prefer polygamy. Just like, why? What is the purpose of you wanting multiple wives? Is it to one wife to be able to do this and this one do this, and it has to be a reason, not just you just prefer polygamy. It has to be a reason why for me."
Yeah, it should be a reason to get one wife, because in the garden, he said it's not good for man alone. I'm gonna give him a helpmate. So he had a job, and his job was to tend to the garden, and she helped him tend to the garden. So as a single man, and you should have some kind of goal, some kind of vision, and say, "Hey man, it would be easier for me to accomplish this vision if I had a helpmate." Not only I have a friend, I have someone, that a companion, I could laugh, I could joke. Not only someone I can have sex with, but a helpmate as well. As I try to buy a house and flip a house and start a business, I need a helpmate. She's a teammate for you. So if you don't even have a goal or a vision, then the purpose of, I just need a wife because I'm lonely. Yes, it's good for man to not be alone, but take it on a wife, you should have something, because you're taking a lead, and if you're leading her to nowhere, then that's selfish, whether you get one or two. Two is something he said is, if you don't have any business ventures, then what is the purpose of having the second wife? What is the purpose? Your one wife can't have kids, you get a wife that can't have kids, or something like that. There's situations. See, there's a reason. I want my lineage. My aspect is I would want to build a dynasty. It's the Simon dynasty, that my name don't bleed blot out. He was the head of this family. Why did he do that? Because other people in his tribe, the tribe of Benjamin, other families, this family excelled because he had more wives and they were in charge of the flocks, and he had the most sheep, so he made the most money. He had the most land, so he built farms, and his sons and his daughters worked on the farm, and he built a dynasty. He was in charge of making all the swords for the kings, so he established it. So his name was recognized out of all the families within that tribe, out of the tribe of Benjamin, or out of this tribe. It says they were renounced, or their name was great in their own family. Like you say, the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. That's all you need to say, and money comes with that, power comes with that, lineage comes with that. They do their best to keep their dynasty to survive throughout the generations, and we've lost that. If a brother die and have no son, the other brother's supposed to take her to wife and raise up to see that his name don't get blotted out, and his inheritance, and his son and his, the wife that, of the husband, the brother that died, could raise up a kid onto his inheritance. And it says, don't destroy the landmark. So you set up this great stone, you put that's a landmark, and that's for your children's 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 children. That's your property line. And you pass it down. So taking a wife without being dynasty or empire or a mindset, what is the purpose? You miss the whole reason of that. You see where there were men great because they had many wives, and thus they had many children. So they were able to accomplish things faster. It says where one could put 1,000 flight, two could put 10,000 in flight. So for you to take a wife simply for the sex, that does not add value to your name. That does not add value to her. To know that you just take one for the simple purpose of just sex alone. And if it's better to marry than to burn. So when it deals with one wife, and you're struggling in the flesh, and she's struggling in the flesh, hey, go ahead and tie the knot. You're definitely probably going to have a rocky marriage because you guys didn't build your foundation off of companionship. You build it because you guys were struggling in the flesh. I will hope that as people get baptized and serve the Almighty, they'll be able to overcome that before marriage. But some people, even after baptism, may not be able to overcome that, and because of that, they may rush into marriage, and their marriage could last, but it definitely is going to be rocky. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely going to be rocky. So,
I was reading.
The comments? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
all right.
So you don't have to go.
Oh, and read the questions too, if there's questions in there.
Okay.
Well, good job. Good looking out.
She's saying that he saw that he was alone and gave him animals, but there was something else missing.
Yes.
Talk about Adam.
Yeah, attitude. The attitude. Because the animals didn't give him an attitude. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, the Almighty's like, man, his life is too peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and give him a wife so they can have their little attitude, and they could, do all this net movement and you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so I definitely agree. There should be a reason to take one wife as well as a second. I think some people differentiate taking a second, and they look at it as a bad thing. I don't differentiate between a first and a second. Oh, I want a wife so I can have sex. Well, then you shouldn't even get one wife. Oh, I want a wife, because of this. Well, do you have the money to support a second one? No. Well, a person that doesn't have the money to support a second one, and a person that doesn't have the money to support a first one, both of them shouldn't get married. Like, when you say you want a wife, why don't you say, hey, I want to have $50,000 in my bank account? Why doesn't no one ever say, I want to be financially established? They'll rather run to the sex first, because it's the path of least resistance, than run to establish yourself. Kings and wealthy men had wives in the Bible. They want all the privileges of a king or a wealthy man with none of the labor.
None of the work.
They don't want to put in the work to do that, especially if you live in Babylon.
But in Israel, a lot of men are using the multiple wives for sex. For sex, a lot of them are, and I see it. Because I'm friends with a lot of Israelites on Facebook, and I see it go down. I see the effects of women that been in a multi-family situation, and then turn around and try to discourage those that are for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do it. People like that is a stain.
Yeah.
It's a stain on the fabric.
It's kind of like one false church. You get burned by a false church, you think all churches are false. Or a guy that gets burned by a girl, and then they just they just put all women in one category as just grimy. And I definitely see that. Hopefully they'll read it and see there's men that do it righteous in the Bible, and there's men that do it wicked in the Bible. And there's false preachers, and there's good preachers. There's good girls, there's bad girls. There's good men, there's bad men. So hopefully one bad experience doesn't mess it up. Because there's people, like I said, I don't differentiate to one another. You could become a second, or you could get second wives, and then you could be miserable. You could get one wife or you could get one husband and still be miserable. You being miserable is being a failed marriage is a failed marriage. To these guys that have a one wife and look into a second, and it's not for just reasons or legitimate reasons, right? Because there's really no righteous reason to get a wife. You know, it's just if you choose to or you choose to stay a eunuch. It's an open choice. Like, there's no righteous reason for me to get a dog. I choose to get a dog for protection or for companionship, or I choose not to, you know? But let's say that is, you get a second wife and now you destroy both of your marriages. Now, because of that and how you conduct yourself, your first marriage is in shambles, and now your second marriage is in shambles. So what did you accomplish? What did you accomplish? What did you accomplish? Like, these people that get second wives don't even have the mindset to build a dynasty or an empire. Don't have to build a legacy. To build a legacy. If I have the ability to be like the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers without the sin and the wickedness that they do, but to where I'm at, they know that, man, they have all the dairy on lock. They're known for having dairies. Mm-hmm. Are they known for making the best ice cream? Are they known for owning the most land? That our name, the Simon name, means something.
Yeah.
Not, I just want another wife. So I get it. It's very appealing to have sex with multiple women, because before I came to the Almighty, I had sex with a whole bunch of women. That was how I naturally was, my default setting before I came to the Messiah.
And that's what I think a lot of men that's coming to the truth can't let go. That's the hardest part to let go. That's the hardest thing to let go, is the freedom to roam.
So it's like, if you want that, then man up to that level. Some people want second wives, haven't even read the whole Bible the first time. They haven't even read the Bible 3 times. Not even say one time. Haven't even read the Bible 3 times. And you want a second wife because it's in the Bible. You probably only read that scripture one time. You know what I'm saying? How about you build your marriage with the Most High? And yeah, you know, you could say I'm not being mainly neutral. I am discouraging people to get a second one, because I have yet to find anyone. And do I set the bar? No. But do I see a bar that is there according to the word? The majority of people that had second wives had money. So let's just get the financial aspect out of the way. Let's just do that. If you don't have the money for 2 houses, cars, car insurance, cable, doctors, dentists, insurance. If you do not have the money to support 2 homes, no, just be cheap and do it the easy way and have them live together. If you do, if the women choose to do that, then that's cool. You can see if sometimes they're friends or something, or some people don't mind that. Whatever, right? But majority of women don't want to do that.
Yeah, because it's friction.
So if you can't do that, bam, that disqualifies you right there. If you don't have the money to afford dentist, life insurance, car insurance, a vehicle for your wife, and you have one, and you don't have no wife, it's the same thing. If you're not financially ready to lead a wife, then don't do it. If you want to date until you get your finances ready, then hey, date. But what's the point of putting, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, hey, maybe I need to get a better job. Maybe I need to go to night school. Maybe I need to do this. Because how are you going to increase, and then you got a kid on the way. And guess what? A couple of years later, you got another kid on the way. So then it's like, it's harder and harder. And it's possible you could grind your way. There's ways to make money with little effort. I know that because it's been working for me ever since I changed my mindset. I'm working with all the brothers. Hey, you know, it's for brothers in the Almighty. But I'm saying, as far as the whole second wife thing, you women out there, when they're talking about second wives, I say just run from them. And it's as much as I'm pro polygamy, I push that. I believe that's how you build a dynasty. That's how. But I'm pro get your chips, and these men ain't getting their chips. It's almost like you're treating both of the women like hoes, because the hoe, you get all the benefits of sex with none of the accountability. You cannot financially provide for these wives, so why are you even entertaining that conversation? What's the point? Oh, I'm into this and this. What? So you could just separate from her 3 months later, like I see on Facebook. You women out there, you have the most to lose when it comes to that situation, because the second wife, your only recourse is child support. But it's harder and harder to find someone that will really love you when you got luggage. Oh, I want a man that will love my kids and take them as they own. There's not a lot of them when you're 30. I was telling my man now, I could get someone that's 22, 25, 45. The gap for me is great. I make good money, and why do I need to get a person in their 30s or late 30s or 40s if I could get someone that's 22 with no kids? Why would I need to get someone with kids? Her vagina is better than this vagina. She had 3 kids. She has no kids. Who do you think is better? Do you think her stuff appreciates or depreciates with kids? And you could argue the fact, okay, let's say whatever. Does a person with less experience, a woman that slept with less dudes at 22, 25 and came to the Almighty, versus a woman that played a whore for 10 years and then came to the Almighty in her 30s? I'm not saying that. There's hoes at 18 and 16. I'm not saying that. But the majority of time, women that has a less body count is in their 20s versus a 30. Not absolute, because there's some young hoes. Not absolute. So you mess around and become a second with this knucklehead that you did not vet. Now you have a kid. This marriage lasts less than a year, and now you're 30 or you're this year, and now it's harder because whether you like it or not, there's men that will not date you if you have a kid. Whether you agree with it or not, this is the statistics. You have a pool of men, good men, that you cannot, it's unavailable to you. Like me. There is a pool of women, whether I live righteous or not, that will not date a man shorter than them. No matter how good I look, how much money I make, for some reason it's superficial and they're shallow in that area, but I want a man that's 6'2", right? There's just a pool that I just can't reach. And when you have these kids, or when you mess with these dudes that want a second and they don't have their stuff together, bam. A perfect example. Oh, you want to say, oh, that's cool. You married? Yeah, you're married. Hey, I want to come and have dinner with you and your wife and your kids one day. And go to their house. See how neat their house is. See if their kids obey them. See if they're put that down, this and this. See how disciplined their kids. See the dynamic with him and his wife. Observe. Get in the car and drive with the dude. Does he cut people off? Oh, that's pretty selfish. Does he double park, or does he park garbage and don't care and get out the car and walk away, or he tries to park right and care about people? Does he just get stuff and toss stuff on the trash? Does he get road rage? You know what I'm saying? Observe these people. There's things I could tell a person how a person is just by being in the car and seeing them how they drive. Just see how they drive. See if they get road rage. See if they cut people off. See if they do this. Just observe. And no, that doesn't tell everything. See if they do something and they tell a little white lie. Or see if they, oh yeah, this and this. You know, man, I always try to leave early without the boss knowing. So, oh, you're a get over. Just observe these people. Do not marry this dude and become a second wife if you had not visited their home and had dinner with them and their wife. Go see the second wife. Go talk to the second wife. You'll see if you could tell if they're on their best behavior or if it's fake. The kids can't fake their best behavior.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Bad kids is bad kids. Messy kids is messy kids. There is no, hey, you gotta act like you're super obedient because we have a guest coming. They'll say, hey, don't touch nothing, don't ask for. If you do the whole grandma thing, we go into the store, don't ask for nothing, don't touch nothing, and you better stay by me. They have that. They can do that. But observe them. See how they go to the park. Observe these people. Don't just fall into this trap. And you women out there, hey, like I said, there's nothing wrong with a man having a second wife. There's nothing wrong with being a second wife. But ask these men random Bible questions you already know. Hey, man, the age of accountability is 20. What age is that? Oh, man, I don't know. Well, can you give me that answer by tomorrow or something? I really want that answer. See if he'll study. And then he'll come back with the answer. I'm like, all right, cool. How'd you find that? Well, I asked so and so. All right, cool. That's cool. Maybe something to know. Ask him another Bible question. Hey, what's up with this and this and this? Oh, let me get back to you. Oh, how you find that? Oh, I asked so and so. Oh, so you don't do any independent study at all. In your mind, it's like you don't do any independent study at all. Hey, how many times you read the whole Bible? Oh, what?
Really,
well, I just jumped from book to book, and
to really be able to understand it, you have to read it. You have to read the book, not try to jump around. Because once you read it a few times, you know where to go. Like, oh yeah, I seen that over here. I seen that over. It's like a muscle memory. You can't like right now. I try to, and I can't remember everywhere where I know I heard it or read it, but I don't remember where because I don't have that muscle memory right now.
Yep. I agree. Ask him how many times they read the Bible. Hey, hopefully you women out there do this, even if he doesn't have a second wife. Go and see what they about. Hey, I want to run errands with you. What day you run your errands? What day you do your laundry? See how he does his laundry. See, does he fold his stuff? See is his car. See what's he about? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What's your plan B? You know what I'm saying? What's your thought about this? What's your thought about discipline? You know, let's do it. Teach me a Bible study. I want you to teach me a Bible study just from you, like from your own independent studies. And see if he could he may not be a teacher, but see if he could orchestrate and collage these scriptures together and make a decent Bible study. That means, okay, he has some kind of relationship with the Almighty and or he has some kind of knowledge of the Bible, because you are going to marry this man, whether he believes in the second wife or not, and you're going to risk the rest of your life being miserable or being separated, because there ain't no getting another one unless you commit adultery. So you're going to risk that? You're going to risk having kids by someone that's a terrible father? Like, vet these people. Maybe I need to teach how to look for a husband, and then the next one, how to look for a wife. You know what I'm saying? And there's going to be two different things, because the whole wife thing is dependent on the location. How to look for a wife in Belize is way easier than looking for a wife with the modern TikTok, Instagram, I am the table, all that stuff. Like, there's a big difference. There'll be a big difference on how to look for a wife in the States versus Belize. With the man, no matter what place you are, the man is the provider. No matter what place you are, he's supposed to take the lead spiritually. No matter where you are, like, the standard is the same. So it'll be way easier to teach that. Errol, is there some comments? Maybe.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Zahara, Zion asked the question. I'm quite sure you heard this one.
Go ahead.
I heard it several times. It says, have you heard the doctrine that the Messiah was married to Mary Magdalene? If so, what you think on it?
It's false. Yeah, I heard that. It's false. I mean, those things are real easy for me. Is show me in the Bible.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's those topics like, they were something with some doctrine with dinosaurs. Or like, well, show me in the Bible. Oh, there's another book. I'm good. I don't want to deal with that. Just show me in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Even the Bible itself. You know, all the things that are written in the Word. There's many other things written, but the only things that are written was contained for our salvation. He made sure these 66 books in the Apocrypha were there for our salvation. Yes, there was prophets and their books didn't make it, and there was prophets that didn't write nothing down. There were still prophecies, but the Almighty put the important stuff for your salvation. So, to answer that question, I don't need scriptures to answer that question, because there's no scriptures in there that support that theory. It's not even a theory, that falsehood. So, as far as that, but vet these people, and test them. The Bible here. Let's get the scriptures. I wasn't really doing Bible study. We're doing talk, but it's good. You want to bust out that new Bible? Maybe later. It's all good. You're gonna find. I think it's Hebrews. It says, "Believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they're of God or not." I think it's in Hebrews. Oh, it's in 1 John. That's what I said, 1 John. See? I think it's in Hebrews because John is a Hebrew. So, 1 John chapter 4. and start at verse 1 and just read verse 1. Go ahead.
Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit. Rather they are of Yah, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. You want me to keep going?
No, that's it. So the Bible, there's commanding us to say, the Bible commands us. If anyone says shalom, praise the Almighty, this and this and this, don't believe them. Try the spirits to see whether they're the Almighty or not. That's a commandment. Oh, give them the benefit of the doubt. No, not when it comes to brothers in the Almighty. You give them the doubt of the benefit. Okay, you're looking for a wife or this and this. Hey, show me a Bible study. Ask them questions you already know. Test these people. Test this man's knowledge. You men out there, test these women knowledge. Because just because she can't be a teacher, don't know she got to be a novice or don't know any of her word. Why would you want to marry someone that barely reads? And I know you get lonely and time gets tough, but maybe that's his weak spot. And if you believe there's raw potential in that husband or raw potential in that wife, hey, let's read together. Now, if he has a heart for the Almighty and he just is lazy, because there's some people that just want to get in shape, but they only like exercising when it's in a group or someone, they have a friend that they're accountable to. I get it. Those go, but by themselves, they just won't go. Hey, let's read together. And if he says, oh, I don't feel like it, this and this, oh, you don't really love the Almighty. Because now I'm here with you and I'm encouraging you and you just not even feeling it. Versus, yeah, I don't really read, but I'll read with you. Yeah, man, yeah, let's do it.
That was one of my hiccups.
Go ahead.
That was one of my hiccups, not wanting to read together. That was definitely a big hiccup for me.
Got you. So, vice versa, the core of your relationship has to be the Almighty, because sex can't be your core. We can't have sex, and this is why our relationships will be so beautiful, because I have to date this person a year, probably not 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, especially me, because I have a reputation to keep, and me, oh yeah, I got married and 6 months later we're divorced. Man, I look stupid. Like, Simon, you can't pick a good one. What kind of filter? You're supposed to have a filter with the word. Your filter is like this. Like, anything gets through to you. What was you led by when you said you married this woman and then your stuff didn't even make it a year? What was you really led by? What's up with your decision making? You know what I'm saying? You didn't see no red flags this whole time. So, anyways, like I'm saying, test these people. See what they're really about. Like, vet them. Like, they take applications and they want to pick the best candidate for the job. You're not even vetting these applications. All these people coming in your DMs and whatnot. Vet these people. Go out and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? See what they're about. You know what I'm saying? Are they secretly, trying to really sleep on? Hey, it's good for a man not to touch a woman. You say that scripture to him. Hey, I'm waiting to marriage. Oh, man, go be with the thought. You can find a thought. You don't need to be with the sister of the Most High. You don't deserve a daughter of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve a daughter of the Most High. Like, you say you believe in the Bible. It's good for a man not to touch a woman if we're not married, or at least engaged. You know what I'm saying? Then we shouldn't be touching. So, when I have to date someone, and when we get in arguments, there is no make-up sex. So what do we have to do? We need to work this out. Mm-hmm. We built a relationship without sex, and sex is the icing on the cake. You guys are running, and sex is the cake. Sex is the meat and the potatoes. Sex is supposed to be the dessert. Companionship and love. That's supposed to a team. We're trying to build. We're trying to have a nice life. We are building. We are in the business of one day having kids and making these kids be the best brothers and sisters in the Almighty as possible and make them successful spiritually, financially, and physically. Check out how these people eat. They eating all this garbage and cake and stuff like that. Man, you gotta calm down with that. Hold on real quick. See, I couldn't be with someone that's just, man, eating junk food and stuff like that, you know? You gotta stay away from that stuff. But anyways, actually I only got this because I need to break the 20. But anyways, if they eat like trash, like, dude, if she has a kid, she's gonna gain like 300 pounds. I had to tell my wife one time, I said, if you came to me like that, I wouldn't even got your number. Like, she got too comfortable at one point, and me, you know, she knew I was into fit. So it's like, come on now, you really think I'm gonna be cool with you just letting yourself, you know, be a walrus? You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? You was on your A game when we dated. You too young to be on your F game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even got your number if you came to me with that. You know, and I'm more direct, and she's on point now. But you know, there was a time where, like, hey, you better calm that down. I'll start taking some resumes. You know what I'm saying? So, see how they eat. If they eat like slobs, see their ambition. Like, hey, you're not trying to, nah, you know, I just work this job. You ain't, oh, I don't have time to put out, you know, hey, did you get your resume done? Oh, man, a month later, you didn't get your resume done? Like, those are red flags. Like, even if it's a woman and you don't expect her to work because you're going to marry her, the fact that she has low ambition is not a good sign. Low ambition to teach your kids ABCs. Low ambition. If she got money, does she put money to the side? How much money do you save normally a month? Man, I don't really save nothing. Like, come on now. There are people when you're young that has raw potential. If you're dating someone in their 30s, it shouldn't, oh, they're raw potential. Nah, you had 10 through your 20s that just get your raw potential to potential. You know what I'm saying? The diamond in the rough, some of that diamond, more of that diamond should have been showing. It shouldn't still be in the rough in your 30s now. You know what I'm saying? We need to calm that down. But, you know, you in your 20s, hey, there's people that just got raw, they just need to not, like me. I felt I could have been way better if I had a mentor and taught me money when I was young. So I had to learn. I'm just learning. Me and the brothers are just working on this stuff, and we late in the game.
I had just said earlier, like, I'm definitely not going to teach my kids to live while you're young. That's a trap. That's a trap. Because I'm 40 and I still feel young. Am I supposed to still live because I'm young and have nothing left? Like, something happened to me right now, I'm screwed. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be working hard and live when we old.
Yep, I agree. Cool. So, flag marker. There we go. If I had, you know, Whitney seen that, you know, I got the second job, or I got a security job, or I try to sell supplements, I try to train people. Whitney see at a young age, I'm trying to break out this shell, struggle paycheck to paycheck. She seen I was trying. I just couldn't find how to bust through. I just didn't have the knowledge. I was coming out. My dad wasn't there. My mom was like, there you go, start from scratch, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just 20 years old, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she's seen, you know, starting a moving company. Okay, cool. We got to the next level. Bam, bam, bam. So we're, you know, but she's seen that in me, like, okay, this guy's a hustler. But me, I was hustling, but it was not as fast because I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't know how money works. Yeah. I didn't know the laws and the paperwork. I didn't know really who's really running this game. Yeah. I was playing Monopoly, but I don't know who structured the Monopoly game.
And the tax code.
You get what I'm saying? And so, how the big money moves.
How to move it. Yeah.
So now, you know, when you're looking for someone in their 30s or 40s, that diamond in the rough, it should be like pretty good diamond, and you're just go ahead and chisel the diamond out. They should have got those things together. If these people, it's sad, man. I don't want to cancel out women, but you men out there, I'll personally disagree. It's hard because so many of them, I would, they'll come in at a negative. If their dad wasn't in the home, you coming in at a negative off top. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you're not marriage material or you cannot be marriage material, but if a woman didn't have the dad in the home and the man didn't have the dad in the home, they're already -1. You know what I'm saying? They're already, but they serve the Almighty, which could bring them to a +2. If they're really keeping the commandments, you know what I'm saying? That means they love the Almighty, and when they act stupid, the Almighty can convict them. And like, hey, you got an anger problem. It may take a couple months, it may take care. If they really have a relationship with the Most High, the Almighty would deal with that man, the Almighty would deal with that woman, and as you guys date, that could work. You know what I'm saying? But they still are at a disadvantage. I didn't have all the Almighty that my dad did is taught me how to hustle and work, and that stuck to me. That's all he taught me. He was a truck driver. He was always gone. He was never there. I didn't see how he dealt with anger. I didn't see how he ran his money. I didn't see how he made his money. I didn't see what he did. I didn't see how they got that house. I didn't see how he saved. I didn't see anything. I didn't see how he dealt with my mom too much. You know what I'm saying? And how they deal with arguments, how they talk to you. I didn't see anything. So like,
it was there but not there.
Whitney had to suffer for it.
Yeah.
Because what happened? I had a freestyle husband. I love the Almighty, but I'm freestyling the whole thing. I don't have no example. I'm coming from gangbanging and shooting and what's up with it and fighting and come to the Almighty. Still have this. That's what men do. We just chunk them. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? And then now we come and it's all right. So thank the Almighty. She's patient with me. She probably still want to leave me probably tomorrow. But anyways, so you women out there, as far as being a second, definitely if they don't have their stuff together, just don't do it. I know you're lonely. Some of you women out there may be overweight. And if you want to get, I'm sorry. If you want to get a better class, if you want to have more men serving the Almighty available to you, you're going to have to lose some weight, sugar. Because in the older time, they loved the bigger women because they had the childbearing and there was no C-sections back in the day and there was no medicine, so they didn't want to be a single parent mother, so they didn't like the skinny women. I'm not even saying you have to be skinny, but you could have the weight, but you got to wear right. And instead of, say there's 100 brothers at your congregation and you're only available to get the bottom 10%, because you coming in hefty, real fluffy, Michigan, like you coming obese, unhealthy looking, change up that diet, slim up. For every 20 pounds you lose, man, you probably went up 5%. 20, 50, now you got 50% of the men you probably check you out. Oh, sister kind of losing a little weight. She kind of looking. And then the man, we waiting. She kind of looking all right. We'll shoot that out there in front of our brothers, and we're waiting for like 2 or 3 other brothers to get. Yeah, she kind of get in there. And once he got that one confirmation, hey sister, hey, you want to hang out, but he's gonna, whether you agree or not, this is how it works with the man in the system. Once they get a confirmation, oh man, check out that Betty right there. If all his boys like, oh, she's whack, like yeah, she whack. I was saying check her out because she whack. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like, oh, check out that girl, like, oh yeah, sister been losing some weight. She kind of got what it takes. He be like, all right, it's time for me to make my move. I got confirmation. You know what I'm saying? And hey, whether you like it or not, this is how the world works. You know what I'm saying? This is how the world. That's like me not liking that some women don't like it for the fact that I'm not 6 foot and they don't want to date no one under 6 foot. It don't bother me. Off to the next. There's 7 billion people on the planet. I will find some women that do like men that's not 6 foot. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So some people, he got too much muscle. He look. All right, you don't like people with muscle, then keep it pushing it. Whatever. There's off to the next. But you women out there, if you want a better pick, you got to play the game. You could fight the game, but you're going to end up lonely. You're going to end up lonely. Some of you, all right, please don't be a sister Almighty that turns cat lady. You might end up lonely playing that game. Just play the game, and you can have a happy life. You have a man that's going to love you, treat you right, comfort you, be there when you're crying and sad and all that. You could get that man, and you get a better quality man, because if you don't want to lose weight, you might get a big dude. And then you get a big dude, then you got big children, and then when your children get made fun of in school...
Yeah, the cycle is ridiculous.
You know how it is being big in school. I choose mine for genetics. You know what I'm saying? I like women that look like, man, I have a heavy hitter son right here. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What's wrong with my eyes? What's wrong? Something's wrong with my eyes? What? Oh. He put some eyes out there. Okay. So, anything you want to say on this before we jump off?
No.
You agree with it or what?
Yeah, I agree with it. Like, but like, it's a cat and mouse game. Like, being in this walk, you know what I'm saying, with finding women, you know what I'm saying, in the walk, you know what I'm saying. It is hard.
Yeah.
It is slim. It's very slim.
Yeah. It's hard because one,
it's almost like it's things that women don't want to give up. It's certain things that women don't want to give up.
Name some of them. Go ahead.
Makeup.
Makeup is a big one. Makeup is a big one. Because
the leggings, the showing the body.
Hit with why though? What do you think? Why do you think makeup is hard?
I'm not sure.
But
for me, like I understand some women that want to accentuate certain features on their body, but when you're doing too much, when it look like cake,
yeah,
when it look like fondant on your face, that's too much.
Barbie.
Yeah, that's too much.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? And I would hate to be attracted to a woman and not know that it's makeup, and then when I see her, like I'm like, whoa, what happened there?
Sometimes they're two different people, but
what happened there?
How society has made it that their main value is how they look, their sex appeal.
Yeah.
So when you take their makeup away, you're taking half of my value away. And I agree, it's, when we see a woman, and man, oh, she looks good, I want to talk to her. A woman I would take, and I can't speak, I'll ask you, I would take a woman that may not be the most attractive, but that is a virgin or that has a low body count, than a woman that's super attractive and have a high body count.
Oh, yeah.
I value purity more than looks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll take a woman that maybe, got a look, I like them thick. I didn't say obese. You know what I'm saying? But I like them, I like them with some weight on them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, I'm not knocking the skinny woman out there. And you obese women out there, you got to get that in check. I'm not going to condone that. Whether you disagree, you could disagree. There's some big women that have a husband. It can't happen. But I'm saying to you, big women, the probability of you getting a husband is slimmer than the probability of you coming in 20, 30, 80 pounds lighter, depending on how much you weigh. All right, 2, you're like, well, I'm big and I got a husband. Yes, this is true. But keep this in mind. The husband you have is probably not the upper 30 percentile. Like, the husband you have probably isn't the 6'2", muscular, 6-figure. You can't even get that guy.
Yeah.
You can't even get the top 30%. And that's like the top 5%. But you can't even get, if you wanted to, get this quality of man. Because this quality of man is not going for obese women. So if you're single and you're obese and you want a high quality man, you gotta get in shape. Get your butt in that gym. Get your butt on that bike. Get your butt in get some running shoes. Figure it out, because I want a good quality man. Why wouldn't you want the best person you could spend the rest of your life with? See, with me and hopefully with brother here is, I'm at the point where I have too much to lose to go after big hips and boobs and whatnot. That stuff is attractive and I like that stuff. But I know the damage of having a woman with no brains will do to a marriage. I don't know personally, because my woman's on point. But I don't know personally, but I've seen through experiences, you chase the looks, and this is why for a man, the Bible says, beauty is deceitful.
It's a dead end.
But a woman that fears the Almighty shall be praised. So, if you're going for a man, yeah, you could go for the one that looks good, but he has to have a relationship with the Most High. He has to have more than his looks. And for us, man, we got to go beyond the looks. And I know it's hard because we are raised up, man. Look at her buns are fresh out the oven. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
another thing is revealing clothing. Like. You don't even have to use your imagination anymore.
Yeah. Like
what you wear?
Yeah. Yep.
I close my eyes, you naked.
Yeah.
It's really no effort into like what she looked like, because you already showing it all.
At the end of the day, what a man values is purity. To the root form is they want to be the one to defile you. Because once you have sex, they want to be the one. But they're not the one if there's 20 guys ahead of you. And so, if you value purity as a woman and keeping your legs closed, and to say, no, I haven't had that much experience, I'm serving the Most High, I guarantee you're going to attract a lot of stupid ones, but you're going to attract more men than you just dressing all pretty, because you doing that, you're attracting the wrong crowd, a lot of the wrong crowd. You just live holy.
Especially with the yoga pants showing you the JJ, like men are like dogs. That's an indicator. Men are like dogs. It don't matter if they're in the truth or not. They like dogs. It's like you like throwing steak in front of them. Like
Couture dresses real modest because she serves the Almighty. There's men that want to get at her, but they just don't know how to approach her because she's not a hoe. Because of how she's dressed.
The way she looks.
Even the ones that are grimy dudes, they're like, man, I can't approach her the same way I approach a normal thought. I can't even approach her the same because she has value. You know what I'm saying? She isn't out there dressing like a hoe or playing the hoe.
Now, some women say, well, the type of job I have, I can't do that. I done seen Israelite women in the gym. Modest.
I've seen them. They wear their dresses.
They wear the dresses, the leggings underneath it. They working out, they squatting, they doing everything
modest.
Every woman does in the gym, but modest.
And find another job. If they said, hey, you can't work this job unless you get this vaccination, I find another job. You can't work this job unless you be modest, then you find another job.
Just is in I forget.
Serve the Almighty.
I think it's in New York. I think she's a Muslim, I think, but her uniforms, she wears a dress every day.
Do we got any questions? You got any questions?
No, ain't no questions pop up.
You guys got any questions about the Bible? But I'm going to swing this all the way back to the whole more than one wife. You know what I'm saying? Or husband. You women out there, I will strongly... I'm not going to say discourage it, because I don't want a woman to be outside the will of God and fight that. Because if you fight that, then you're fighting the Almighty, because His ways is perfect. And there's a perfect reason why He allowed man to have a wife. There's a perfect reason why He allowed a man and a woman to have a dog, have a cat, have to put things under dominion, how to have more than one kid, how to have land. There's a perfect reason why you need to stay away from your wife while she's on your cycle. One, that's just unattractive to me. But two, there's a perfect reason for it. Whether I know biologically the reason for it, I don't know. But, so I wouldn't say fight against it, but at the same time, I'll say definitely do your due diligence to vet, to filter these people. Filter to see if they serve the Almighty. If you guys can't read together and pray together every time you chill, then hey, you know what I'm saying? Then hey, that's a good sign. I ask people, hey, lead in prayer. Half of me ask that because I don't want to be the only one praying. But if they can't pray, then I know what are you doing when you're not around us? Why haven't you developed a prayer life to where, Almighty, good looking now, let it be so. Like what? What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of prayer is that? Some people just can't pray, but that means you're not praying throughout the day. Because how can you not learn how to pray if you're supposed to be praying 3 times, 4 times throughout the day? Almighty, thank you for today. Even the basic prayer, thank the Almighty for what you have. Basic. Praise the Almighty from who He is. And pray for people. And then pray for yourself. Simple prayer right now. Almighty, we thank you. Thank you for creating heaven and earth. We just acknowledge you as the King of kings and Lord of lords. You know what I'm saying? You're the author and creator of our faith. Without you, I could do nothing. I just praise you. You praise Him for who He is. Almighty, thank you for my food, for my raiment, for my kids, for my health, for my job, for my employment. You thank Him for what He's done. Almighty, I pray for Brother Vince, I pray for Brother Johnny, I pray for Sister Whitney, I pray for this person, I pray for this. Help this person with this marriage. This person's grandma is going through chemotherapy. I pray that you heal it. You pray for people. And then after that, Almighty, can you help me with this? Or can you help me? Almighty, I'm really needing help with school. Almighty, I really want this job. Almighty, lead me. And you start praying for yourself. That is like an easy way to pray. And the people just can't pray. And so if you're trying to date something like, dude, what kind of relationship you have with the Most High when you can't even pray? And I get it. John the Baptist had to teach his people to pray, and Mashiach taught his apostles to pray, and maybe your ministers would teach you to pray. You know what I'm saying? But I just taught you guys right now, if you didn't know, that's the easiest way to get a 15, 30-minute prayer in. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Almighty for who He is. Thank the Almighty for what He's doing in your life. pray for people, and then make your petition, pray for yourself. Do those 4 things, man, 15, 20-minute prayer. And it's not really the time, but it's the in-depth. Not just, thank you, Almighty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Almighty. Thank you, you're the best. Thank you, you relieve all my stress. Amen. Or let it be so, right? You know, like, so get that stuff together. You guys got anything you guys want to say? Foundation on my face. That's what I got. I actually used that black stuff today, too. All right, cool. Cool. So, modesty, cool, good stuff. So, yeah, anything you want to add to that?
Nah.
Anything you guys want to add to any of this? You agree, disagree, questions, comments, concerns, complaints? You know what I'm saying? Anything? We're going to close it out, no doubt. Matter of fact, let's close out and pray.
Don't you do that.
All right, let's do it. You guys ready? You guys got your scarves on? All you sisters out there, you got your scarves on. All right, let's get it. Father, we come before you and we do thank you for this Sabbath that's ended for some people and that's going to end for us. Thank you for Brother Johnny, making those steps, and you open the door with finances coming out here to get baptized. Thank you for our food and our raiment. Thank you for our kids that's here today, because some people's children did not make it. So thank you that you gave life for our kids. Thank you for the roof over our head and providing for our needs. And we just admonish you. We pray for today, Almighty, for Johnny, that as the war starts, because he just got baptized, that you continue to strengthen him, open up his word, convict him, chastise him, do whatever it is to do so he can make it into the kingdom. All the people that watch on Facebook and YouTube, I pray for them and their families that they can be a light. If they're not in the body, that they can repent, find a congregation, and come to this gospel and get baptized and get saved. Pray for all the people at True Hebrews United, that the word goes forth, that as I preach or teach, that the people can hear the word and it gets into the body and propels them to come to the truth. And we just thank you, Almighty. Let it be so. And all these things we pray in Yeshua's name, let it be so. All right, so that will be it. That was our little talk. And then appreciate you, Johnny, getting baptized. My brother Johnny, sorry. Can't call him Johnny no more. Brother Johnny. Big brother Johnny from the set. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so definitely appreciate it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Shalom. Vince, hey, hit me up. We're going to be on the money game in about 2 hours, an hour and a half. We're going to get on that money game. So I want to do a message. Maybe we could Zoom or something. Whitney, send some links for a Zoom. If you're not busy, we'll all Zoom this bad boy. And let's get on that money tip after the Sabbath hits. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get the brothers on point. And the sisters too, if there's some sisters out there. All right, shalom.